Reacher trailer brings a bigger, better, badass Jack to Amazon, as well as going all in with their fantasy offerings of Lord of the Rings and The Wheel of Time. Amazon Prime Video has bolstered their tough guy action catalog with the release of the new trailer for their TV adaptation of Lee Child's Jack Reacher novels. Having successfully brought Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan to screens for 3 seasons, with a 4th already on the way, the platform will now also be home to Reacher. And this time the Hulk of an investigator will be much closer in appearance to the book than Tom Cruise was in the 2012 big screen movie version, with Titan star Alan Ritchson in the lead. The new Jack Reacher series kicks off with an 8-part first season that will adapt Child's first Reacher novel, Killing Floor, which introduced the ex-military police investigator soon after he returns to civilian life. The story sees Reacher traveling the country with no phone, no home, and very few possessions. When he arrives in a small town and finds himself accused of the first murder to take place there for over 2 decades, he will need all his wits and physical attributes to prove his innocence. Check out the trailer below. When Tom Cruise appeared in 2012's Jack Reacher and its 2016 sequel, fans of the numerous novels featuring the character were quick to point out that while Cruise was the big name the studio had wanted to lead the movie, he was a long way short of the 6'5", 240-pound man mountain described in the books, literally. When it came to Amazon's TV interpretation of the character, Lee Child insisted that the character should this time be more in line with the physical description that he gave Reacher, and it looks like someone paid attention. There is no doubt that Ritchson fits the bill, and as has been seen previously in his work, can hold his own in the action stakes, making the new series an intriguing draw even for those unfamiliar with the character. For anyone in doubt, the official poster for the Amazon Prime series manages very easily to show the muscle-bound giant that most people have envisioned over the years, with Ritchson's frame almost too big to be contained by a simple frame. The filming on Reacher took place in a few months earlier this year, wrapping at the end of July, with much of the casting announcements being made just prior to start of filming, although Alan Ritchson was cast in the title role back in September 2020. Other cast members include Malcolm Goodwin as Chief Detective Oscar Finley, Willa Fitzgerald as Roscoe Conklin, Chris Webster as KJ Kleiner, Bruce McGill as Mayor Grover Teal, Maria Sten as Frances Neagley, Hugh Thompson as Sergeant Baker, and was rounded out with Kristen Kruk as Charlene Charlie Hubble, Mark Bendavid as Paul Hubble, Willie C. Carpenter as Mosley the Barber, Curry Graham as Mr. Kleiner, Harvey Guillen as Jasper the Medical Examiner, and Maxwell Jenkins as young Jack Reacher. The anticipation has been palpable, and now it's finally here. The latest trailer for Reacher on Amazon Prime Video has dropped, and it promises a bigger, better, and even more badass Jack Reacher than ever before. Fans of the character from Lee Child's best-selling novels will be delighted to see that the series continues to deliver the intense action, gritty storytelling, and no-nonsense protagonist that made Reacher a household name. But with this new installment, there's an undeniable sense that the stakes have been raised, and the character is evolving in ways that will thrill both die-hard fans and newcomers alike. A bigger Reacher from the very beginning, one of the main appeals of Jack Reacher has been his imposing physicality. Described in the books as standing 6'5" and weighing around 250 pounds, Reacher is a man whose mere presence can intimidate. It's no surprise then that when Alan Ritchson was cast in the role, fans were eager to see if he could embody the larger-than-life figure that Lee Child created. The new trailer makes it abundantly clear Ritchson is perfect for the role. Towering over his co-stars and handling action sequences with a level of physicality that's rare in television, Ritchson brings a sense of power and menace that is absolutely essential to the character. The trailer shows him taking down groups of adversaries with ease, his movements efficient and brutal. Every punch, every kick feels like it's backed by an unstoppable force. What's even more impressive, though, is how the show balances Reacher's physicality with his intelligence. In the books, Reacher isn't just a muscle-bound bruiser, he's a former military police major with a razor-sharp mind. The trailer hints at this aspect of his character, showing him outsmarting opponents and using his keen observational skills to solve problems. Ritchson's Reacher is as much a thinker as he is a fighter, making him a more well-rounded and engaging hero. A better storyline, one of the key strengths of Reacher on Amazon, is its commitment to adapting Lee Child's novels with a sense of authenticity. Season 1 was based on Killing Floor, the first book in the series, and it did an excellent job of capturing the essence of Reacher's world. The upcoming season promises to continue that trend, but with a bigger scope and more intricate storytelling. The new trailer teases a storyline filled with intrigue, corruption, and danger. Reacher, as always, is drawn into a situation where he's the only one who can set things right. But this time, the stakes seem higher. The trailer hints at a conspiracy that goes beyond the small towns and backroads that Reacher is used to navigating. There are glimpses of powerful enemies, shadowy figures pulling the strings, and a larger plot that could have far-reaching consequences. Fans of the books know that Reacher often finds himself in situations where he's up against impossible odds, and the trailer suggests that this season will be no different. What sets this apart, though, is the scale of the threat. It feels like Reacher is going to be dealing with a more complex, multi-layered story, one that will push him to his limits both physically and mentally. A badass hero at the heart of it all is Jack Reacher himself, a character who has always been defined by his badassery. Whether he's taking down a group of thugs in a bar fight or methodically taking apart a criminal organization, Reacher is a hero who doesn't back down. He's relentless, fearless, and utterly uncompromising. The trailer gives us plenty of moments that highlight this aspect of Reacher's character. There's a scene where he calmly walks into a room full of armed men, sizing them up with a cold, calculating gaze before dispatching them with brutal efficiency. Another moment shows him interrogating someone with a quiet intensity that's far more intimidating than any shouting or threats could be. But what makes Reacher truly badass isn't just his ability to fight. It's his sense of justice. Reacher isn't a vigilante, he's a man with a strong moral code, one who's driven by a need to do what's right, even if it means putting himself in danger. The trailer hints at this, showing Reacher standing up for the underdog, taking on corrupt officials, and going after those who think they're untouchable. This season, it seems, will explore more of what makes Reacher tick. There's a sense that we'll see more of his past, his motivations, and the personal demons that drive him. While Reacher is often portrayed as an almost superhuman figure, the best stories in the series have always found ways to humanize him, to show that beneath a tough exterior is a man who has been shaped by loss, trauma, and a deep-seated need to find justice in an unjust world. Amazon's Perfect Fit Amazon Prime Video has proven to be the perfect home for Reacher. The platform's willingness to invest in high-quality production values, combined with the freedom to explore darker, more mature themes, allows the show to stay true to the gritty, violent, and sometimes brutal world that Lee Child created. The trailer showcases slick cinematography, intense action sequences, and a tone that feels both raw and grounded, yet cinematic in scope. With the success of Season 1, Amazon is clearly doubling down on making Reacher a flagship series. The new trailer suggests that we're in for more explosive action, deeper character development, and a storyline that's both gripping and unpredictable. Conclusion: in the end, the latest Reacher trailer promises fans exactly what they've been waiting for: a bigger, better, and more badass Jack Reacher. With Alan Ritchson fully embracing the role, a story that raises the stakes, and action that's as brutal as it is satisfying, this season of Reacher is shaping up to be must-watch television. For fans of the books and newcomers alike,